Okay.
09 series, I don't watch that. Even though I
Man, I
love
don't even think about
that,
that shit, man.
that Yankee squad, motherfucker, 1 through 9, that shit was a stacked ass team. We had a pretty good team too, but that 09
Okay.
Flyers series hurt me versus the Chicago Blackhawks. Oh, pretty much the first 4 games I don't watch. I don't watch the Rangers NFC Championship game. Definitely don't watch the Bucks. I don't watch the Carolina Panthers game. And I
Hmm.
cry when I watch the 04 game. I watch that game live, man. Greg Lewis hit that 5 star.
Okay.
Oh yeah, in 09, 09 in a NFC Championship game.
I'm. Oh yeah, that Arizona Cardinals joint. The
You know
McNabb.
McNabb.
McNabb was
McNabb gave
fucking
us the lead
balling.
with 5 minutes left. With
Yeah.
5 minutes left, McNabb gave us the lead. They still tried to blame McNabb for that.
Yeah.
They let fucking goddamn Larry Fitzgerald tear them niggas up that whole game. I was mad as shit. Matter
Larry
of fact,
Fitzgerald.
I was in the gallery watching that shit.
Damn,
Mad
yo,
as
don't make me think of that shit, man.
mad as fuck on post 13 in the gallery, dog.
Yeah, I remember that shit. Oof, you taking me back on that one, bro. Damn.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and obviously,
The
I
Phillies,
like
the
the
recent one with the
160. I like
Phillies,
huh?
the recent one with the Phillies, that shit hurt. Where's the fucking Houston Nationals or whatever their names are,
Yeah, that do hurt, but it don't.
bruh. We was balling that season, man. He was getting
We
that
weren't
shit in.
supposed to get that far. We was a wild card team.
Okay.
Now the one when we lost to the Diamondbacks, yeah, for sure. But
We
we
went to the finals twice, right? We went to the World Series twice,
lost
right?
to the 84, no, 84 Diamondbacks.
Yeah, I forgot about the fucking
They got crushed.
Diamondbacks.
They got crushed. They got crushed by the Texas Rangers. We would have blew them niggas out. We would have went there.
The
That
Texas
04
Rangers,
series,
right, right, right.
no, we was up. The game was up. They had that crazy ass comeback. That movie, that 2019 series.
Okay.
So I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Yeah, I don't want you talking about the Sixers, man. I know I try to keep you away from that motherfucker right there. I try my best to keep you away from talking about that Sixers 19, because that's suffrage right there. We watched that shit live in color. We watched a motherfucker fold.
We watched no. We watched 2021
19.
live.
2020. Oh my
No, 2021.
21.
We was in Xfinity Live 2021. I was at Landmark 2019. Me and my cousin was in Landmark on Landmark and City Avenue. It's not there no more.
It's like I don't even want to think about that shit. Like, yo, that I ain't never want to actually hit somebody before in my life that was an NBA player. I wanted to punch Ben, bro. I wanted to
Oh yeah,
sock that
you
nigga.
got it. I was over there. You know what,
Bro, I
Kevin
wanted
ass
to
over there,
sock this
Kevin.
nigga.
Like it wasn't his fault. Yeah, it was.
Bro, I'm over here like,
You don't play like shit.
all right, listen. Let
Those
me
are
do
the
this, man.
those are the series. Those are the series I don't talk about.
Let me describe what my problem with Ben was. Let me put in full context and detail. Can you imagine rooting for a motherfucker, right? You like, bro, he got it, he got it, he got it. You know he got it. You know this motherfucker got game. You know that shit there. And he won't. I never seen somebody who a grown ass man looked like a fucking teenager while he was on a court. He looked small. This nigga game here, like, but he playing like this. Like, everybody out here beasting. I'm sorry, me personally, I have said this too many times, and I hate to say it because it is what it is. The Sixers should have multiple championships right now with the two players that they had. There's no reason why anybody should have touched them. You got Ben Simmons, who's, to me, I'm about to say something that's going to be crazy. To me, way more aggressive than what LeBron James was. Way more aggressive. When it came to attacking a basket, way more aggressive. If he has a jump shot, this nigga is in the same conversation with this motherfucker. Let's be
As much
real.
as I grew up, we had LeBron, and we had. If you take Ben Simmons out, and we had LeBron, we win.
No, period. But what I'm saying, my point by making this statement is
Yeah,
that
but LeBron ain't gonna pass that up, dog.
what I'm saying is that If you give Ben anything of what LeBron has, and he's younger, they the same motherfucker. Ben is a passer. He plays better defense than LeBron James. He's a better rebounder. He was a better everything. Look at his motherfucker's numbers. He was so. Think about if he has a jump shot. He was averaging. You gotta think this.
Football, y'all. There's nobody here for football, y'all. I'm not
we here for football, but I gotta do this. Hold on. Hold on.
I go at Brian
I gotta say this shit. I gotta say this part right here. No, listen, what I'm trying to tell you is that this motherfucker, look at the conversations that was about Ben Simmons at that time. Like, yo, this motherfucker can shoot.
That's going to be better than LeBron, but what we seen on the court, he didn't have LeBron.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I would take any version of LeBron.
That's no, but that's the point that I'm making. But that's the point that I'm making is that if this motherfucker could have shot the ball, if he could actually shoot, you know how deadly Ben Simmons would have been. He could easily have been the best player in the NBA, period, because he can play both sides of the game. Yeah. If all he know how to do, imagine a Ben Simmons that can stop you that can pull up from 3 and go to the basket. Oh my fucking gosh. And then meet you on the other side. Nastiest player in the league. Nastiest player in the league, easy. But what happened? He's a fucking lefty who was babied his whole career because he knew end game. There's no talks about shit. How the fuck you got all this crazy ass potential? Your potential probably was higher than probably most NBA players to ever step foot on the court. But you legitimately was a fucking salt. Go ahead, say it. Right.
Great ball defender, should have won a defensive player of the year over Giannis that year, but we ain't ready for that conversation.
Listen, we're gonna keep it. We moving on, man. I'm sorry, we're gonna move on. You said football. We here for football. We here for football.
We ain't get to the shit that you want to snap on.
We here for football, man. But listen,
and I even disagree with you on that though.
I listen, it is what it is. This is my mindset behind it. Listen, that's just how I feel about it. When I look at the whole landscape of this dude, I'm like, you had everything, bro. All you had to do was just develop a 10-foot, 20-foot jump shot. That was it. Learn you could have went instead of going training with some nigga that wasn't gonna show you how to play. You should have been talking to T-Mac. You should have been talking to Kobe. You should have been talking to Vince. You should have been talking to all these dudes and learning how to actually use your left to pull up or learn your right to pull up. You could have been doing that shit. You could have been talking to, I don't know if he talked to KD. I can't say he didn't talk to these people. But the way that it sounds, if they were critiquing him, if T-Mac and Vince and all them came out and said, oh, his game ain't going to be shit because he's going to have to learn how to shoot at some point, that means you weren't talking to them because they wouldn't have said that about you.
My thing is, I thought Ben couldn't shoot. I don't know what it was in his mind when the game came, he didn't take it. Because you go look at Summer League. Look at Summer League 2017.
Mm-hmm. Motherfucker pulling up. I know what you're talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah, look at no, I don't know why my phone was talking like that. Go look at Summer League 2017. He takes jump shots, step back, he doing all that shit he be doing in the little Summer League highlights.
Mm-hmm.
He doing that in the Summer League. My thing was, I didn't give a fuck if you making this. You didn't even take it just to keep him honest. LeBron ain't got no jump shot. Yeah, niggas are gonna sag off him, but LeBron he gonna have those games where he gonna kill you from that mid range. He's not a great Jordan Kobe with the mid range, but LeBron can knock that shit down consistently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or if not, he gonna take that bitch consistently. Or he gonna pull up and he gonna take a lot of threes too. Yeah, we know LeBron not the lights out Larry Bird and all like that, but the fact that he take you gotta respect him. If he hit 2 or 3 of them bitches, you gonna play Bron and you gonna take him back there. You gonna take off, or you gonna yam it on you.
Right.
They didn't even try that shit. If they was able to take 3, pull them out there, just take get better with repetition. Yeah, we lost a couple of championships in 2019.
All right, man, listen. He just was fucking softer than cottonelle tissue to me, man. I'm sorry, man. Mentality wise, this boy lacked everything, and he had everything. That shit just pisses me off when I think about it. You lack everything, but you have everything. All the fucking skills in the world, and you blow that shit on what? Like, I'm confused, man.
Hey, Sixers, get him back though.
What you say?
I said Sixers, get him back.
Yo, did you mute yourself? Hold up. Let me see something. I can't hear you. I'm trying to even hear you on your stream.
You don't hear me, Mike?
Oh, I can't hear you on my headphones. I don't know why the fuck I can't hear you on my headphones anymore. The fuck?
What up, Rob? What's up with you,
Did
baby?
I mute you out or something?
I'll probably go live with some MK later at night, though.
I don't know what the fuck going on with this John, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
You can't hear me? Do y'all hear Mike?
What's going on? Did I pull my
Mike,
microphone out or something?
y'all hear me, right? Yeah, I see my shit. Yeah, my mic is on. I see my shit right here.
Everybody else probably can hear you. I can hear you through your stream, but I can't hear you through this shit. What the fuck? Oh shit. I muted the whole fucking tab. I'm tripping. Go ahead, bro.
Damn,
Hey, I watch when I'm pushing. My bad. But what you were saying? You had said somebody. All right, but I'm gonna continue it on because, like I said, we still on the NFL talk. All right, listen, man. Eagles talk, baby. Like whoever in your joint, pre-rock. What's going on? I can just see people that's in Vince's live. What's going on? I know that something new for y'all. Vince play games with y'all all the time. Y'all gonna sit back and listen to some sports with you guys today. You gonna learn something else about it. Okay. Let's just having fun with it, y'all. We need to put a background on because you could put a background on this motherfucker too.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm. We could put a background on this motherfucker too. But
yeah, hopefully I'll try what you wanna do.
No, I just put it on here. Like I got an image on let me see. So it should say live on Facebook though. No, I'm taking that shit off. So I'm fucking with stuff. Put an image on that jank. But anyway, like why are you looking at that image and shit? I know you can hear me. Like I said, we're gonna get to this Eagles talk real quick. So predictions for me for the Eagles season. I did this over a little bit of time with the coworkers and shit like that. I got the Eagles. I'm not gonna pick the Eagles to lose no games if everybody's healthy. They're gonna lose some of these games, but I got them going at least 15-2, some shit like that, 14-3, the max. Because if everybody's still healthy, which is impossible, ain't nobody gonna be healthy throughout the whole season. I can't see them losing a lot of these games. I'm like, what would be telling me that they're gonna lose? Sometimes when you got a dynamic team, it is what it is. They gotta really look like shit for me to say, okay, they're just playing like trash. The Eagles gotta lose them games themselves. They can't. I ain't gonna believe that somebody just gonna come in and just beat them. Like, I'm just sorry. It just when you Super Bowl champs, when you got a quarterback that play the way that he do, with a running back that play the way that they do, with receivers, and now you just added more to that receiving core. As long as the only thing I'm really worrying about is our right side. I think it's our right or our left side with Landon Dickerson right now. Him being hurt, fucking around with that knee. They said he gonna play, but I hope that's you got to play against. Look at the teams they got to play against this year. Like them motherfuckers gonna be coming for us. Like they coming for us, huh? Who on the roster?
Remember last year they were saying that we had a hard roster. Remember that?
Yeah, but this year they try to stack the deck against us, bro. Not having 2 back-to-back home games. Everybody else in the league got 2 back-to-back. And that's the crazy, when I heard that shit, bro, I said, oh, we got right. No, they're saying we got a stacked team because the goal is, like you said, target Jalen Hurts. Oh, look, he ain't that great. Motherfucker been winning since 2021. Like, we're not going to do that. He been in the playoffs every year since 2021. You lost to the Saints. The very next year, you go to the Super Bowl. You didn't get the next year. You go to the Super Bowl. Where's the excuse at with that? Where's the excuse at with that?
Great
Right.
Super Bowl too.
Right. Now here we go. Now this is the year right here. I like to get you niggas that be hating on Jalen Hurts. 2023 when we went 10-1 before we lost the game, right? 10-0 before we lost the game. Something like 11 wins. We had the 30th.
The year we lost to the Bucs.
Yes, we had the 29th ranked defense, bro.
I remember it was called us the fakest undefeated team. And in hindsight, it was
exactly. Listen, at the end of the day, no. Let's be real. That was a very injury-plagued season. That was also Jalen. No, this is why I say we got to pay. Hold on. This is what I'm saying. Look at every single year since Jalen Hurts been in the NFL. Matter of fact, all the way back to him in high school. He has never had a fucking consistent coordinator. So now when you got coordinators that come in there, you picking coordinators that never should have been a coordinator in the first place. Setting plays, doing shit that's fucking the Eagles up right now. You can clearly see who it was because I'm gonna tell you, you know it's the coordinators because why are we successful this year and win a Super Bowl if it ain't the coordinators? You know what I mean? You can't be successful without great coaches. Period. If your coaches is fucked up, your team gonna be fucked up. And when you ain't got good coaching, that's what's happening. Why you trying to keep zooming in? What the fuck? That shit zoomed the fuck in on you. It gave you all pixelated and shit. Anyway, like I said, we're not gonna sit back and try to act like Jalen Hurts is the main problem, the main reason for this. So like, nah, man, we're not gonna do that shit. Because when in 2023, he carried that shit. I remember that year was a trash year, as they want to call it for us, right? What we do to Josh Allen that year. Josh Allen was balling against us too. Who won the fucking game? Who won the game? That's the part. That's the part I'm waiting to hear everybody talk about. And Viz, you know I ain't playing no bareleys because we can say that about a lot of teams that's beating us. A lot of teams that's beating us, we can say that same exact scenario. For them, they holding on to them wins. Them niggas go with them wins. When the Chiefs beat us, they were Super Bowl champions. We can sit there and say, oh, y'all barely did this. Like, nah, I'm not giving them teams those excuses. Fuck them teams. You niggas, when y'all beat us, y'all was happy. When we win, we get all these reasons for why we won. Like, no, we beat y'all, period. The quarterback did the job at the end. I don't like people sit back. You want to look. We want to talk about Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, phenomenal player. All the other shit. Lamar has never even touched the Super Bowl or even been close to the Super Bowl since he's been in that motherfucker. Winning all these MVPs, doing all this other shit. Hey, look, give him the props all you want. I know what player wins the games that needs to be won. 2 Super Bowls, 2 of them. 2. No MVPs, which he should have been the MVP the year that they gave this shit to Patrick Mahomes, but he got injured. So all of a sudden now he ain't the MVP no more. Should have been the MVP that year. Now we got that. Now he played better than Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. You beat Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. I mean, you lose to him in the Super Bowl, but you outplayed him in that Super Bowl. Now we flash forward to this year that just passed. The worst ass whooping. We beat them worse than the Bucs did. Technically, the score should have been 40-something to 6. Huh?
Yeah, them niggas.
What you say? This boy microphone, everything going crazy, y'all. He probably far away from his mic.
Mike?
Huh?
I said my mic's still fucking up.
No, you get down. I can hear you now. What you were saying about the Bucs?
I said the Bucs cooked us that week 2 though. We gotta get that. We gotta get that clap back.
Oh no, we got them this year. What's that? Week 4? Mm-hmm. Bar no injuries. We should be able to beat these motherfuckers. Bucs. I just want somebody. I want somebody to smack the living shit out that quarterback. I don't fuck with that quarterback, man. That's why I call him the quarterback. I don't fuck with Baker Mayfield. He talk crazy. Bro, you ain't man, let me shut up. Because I don't want to do that to people. Because some people don't be doing shit. But you're allowed to talk your shit and be who you're going to be. But I'm an Eagles fan, bro. You talk heavy. Nigga, you talk heavy. When it's time for you to show up in the playoffs, what the fuck you doing too? That's what I'm saying. I'm a ride with Jalen Hurts with all the shits because at the end of the day, what your players doing? I don't give a fuck what team you are. What you got? Oh, y'all got a stacked team. Well, bitch, go stack your team up. We got a stacked team. Go super ducker stack to your team up. Go out there and go get motherfucking who the receiver. Go get Justin Jefferson. Go get everybody. Go save your fucking quarterback because my quarterback had these motherfuckers for years. Like he came in here. He was on the team before we got our receiver. Before we got motherfucking Devontae Smith, Jalen was there. They drafted Devontae Smith. Guess who had a chance to get Devontae Smith? All 23 other teams before Devontae Smith got there. I don't want to hear shit. Like, I don't want to hear nothing. Y'all should have been got Devontae. Well, I'm sorry. What was Devontae? Like the 10th pick? 11th pick? Something like that?
Out of the first pick. But yeah, he was our first pick.
He was our first pick. Y'all had opportunities to get him. Y'all didn't. The other teams didn't want him. I don't want to hear stack. I don't want to hear nothing about stack.
Guys in college?
That was one of his fucking receivers, yeah. Yeah. Now, you know it would be a stacked team. Us stacking our team will be going out and getting CeeDee Lamb because he played with Jalen Hurts in college.
Trash.
I'm making a point. I'm just saying that's how you stack. If you put CeeDee Lamb on the Eagles, what do you think will happen?
That nigga's trash.
Like, in the Cowboys uniform, I don't fuck with him. Fuck you. Like,
nah, y'all give me Micah. Micah, come on home, brother.
Right, Micah, your dad was a football, was an Eagle.
You know you want to say trade me to the Eagles, nigga. You know you want to say trade. But he can't say it. He know he want to say it though, but he can't.
But I ain't trying to give up who we got just to get Micah Parsons. Like he got. If I was Micah Parsons, what you really should do. Ride the year out.
Motherfucking guy, you could switch it through. You could switch it.
Ride the year out and sit in free agency now because you only got 1 year.
Yeah, true.
Ride the year out. What's the point? I'm not losing no players. No. We got the best GM in the league, Howie Roseman. Howie Roseman can sign Micah Parsons to a 3-year deal, right? Give him a 3-year deal, give him a bunch of money, but do the down the line shit like he's doing to everybody else. Come on now. Look at how much money Saquon making as an Eagle, and he wasn't even on a big ass contract.
I might hold it down. I gotta take a break real quick. Hold it down.
Yes, sir. Like I said, we're not gonna sit here and try to act like once again. I'm picking Eagles all day to win the Super Bowl again, right? And the reason why I'm picking them all day to win the Super Bowl again is because I feel like they understand how to be champions now. They understand it. And as long as you got the heart of your quarterback on your team, it creates the hearts for the rest of the people that's around you. You know what I mean? You got the receivers that want to ball out. Bar nobody gets injured, like I said, you're going to have a great fucking season, period. You're going to have a great situation. You're going to be looking up. You ain't going to be looking down. That's just how I look at it. Like, it's just our time at that. Like, time for the Eagles to go out and ball out and do what they're going to do. So, I got that, Jalen Hurts and them winning it again. Is it going to be easy? Fuck no, because they all want to stack the deck against us. Y'all want to give us every other game now we are at home. Y'all knew what y'all was doing. Y'all want to tire us the fuck out by sending us here and sending us there. And hold up, this is the crazy part. We go from Philly to fucking Kansas City. From Kansas City back to Philly. Then from fucking Philly back to Tampa. Then this up to here. Y'all doing this to us. This is what y'all doing. Like we can't go nowhere else. Y'all like ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. That's what y'all doing to us. Y'all trying to tire us out. We don't get no back to back. Nobody get the chance to sit home with their wives and they family and their moms and dads and them. Nobody get a chance to sit back and do that shit because y'all was like, nah, y'all ain't doing that. I'm sorry. We ain't giving y'all that. Fuck y'all. That's how I feel about it. Y'all like, yeah, fuck y'all. And that's just we're not doing that today. Not today. First game of the season, we got the Cowboys. Cowboys in a bad situation. I look at it like, you got they got a bad situation right now with Micah Parsons, and I think that a lot of people ain't paying that a lot of attention. Let's be real about it, right? They say Jerry Jones, and they tend to do this thing. He was the kicker to that situation. It ain't about Jerry Jones and them holding him out on it. It's the fact that you disrespecting the people. You're not even calling his agent. You want to talk to Micah, you don't want to talk to his agent. So it's disrespectful. Who you don't want to talk to his agent? That's a sign of disrespect right there. Like, you don't want to reach out to none of his people at all, and you treating him as if he shouldn't have a voice, he shouldn't have anything. So it's like, how do you feel as a football player? Why would you want to sign a long-term deal with a team that's literally telling you to kick rocks in their own way? That's crazy work. I would never be that disrespectful to my football player, especially a guy that's the best player on the team outside of your receiver. CeeDee Lamb might be the second best player in the team, period. And you treating Micah Parsons, the guy who legitimately held your defense down, like, and this is how you treat him. Okay. And the only reason I said, because if Jerry Jones and them didn't have a history of doing this shit, we wouldn't have this conversation. But they got a history of treating their players like that. And treating your players like that ain't gonna take you nowhere. Point blank, period. Ain't taking you nowhere. You're gonna be sitting here dealing with the same bullshit you deal with. And the way that I feel about the Cowboys is that y'all got to watch out, like, because y'all might not even do great, because once again, it's a distraction. It's something else that comes into play, because and which is very confusing to me. The Cowboys is the richest team in the NFL. I mean, you're the richest team in the NFL, but now we're sitting here with a situation of you don't know what's going to happen. You do not know what's going to happen. So I'm about to find out for real, like, what's going on. Let's look at these Cowboys.
I'm still here.
No, you good, bro. Yeah, do your thing. Do your thing. I do not know who the Cowboys is cutting this year. Where do we go to for this part of it? Let's go to home, NFL home. Whoa. Okay. So the Eagles just got, let's see, the Vikings shook up the depth chart. They starting JJ McCarthy, which is they pick, and then they signed Carson Wentz. What's up, Gabs? Sorry, y'all. My daughter's here. What's up? We're great leave in a sec, okay? I'm just finishing up this sports talk real quick. All right. Give me about 10 minutes. I gotta be done. All right. I'm live. Like, that's what I'm saying. All right. I'll talk to you in 2 seconds. You can sit up here if you want, but okay. All right, like I said. She just walked away. So, okay, so they trade up to get Sam Howell. Sam Howell, I think that he started a couple of games with them last year. We're gonna look at his splits. Where's his game log from let's go to last year. He's been in the league since 2022.
What's your thoughts on that? Hold on, Mike. What's your thoughts on the Charlotte shit? You didn't rage on that yet, like you did when you called me, brother.
Rage on who? Oh, we get into that. I'm getting to Charlotte, so I'm gonna finish it off with them. I want to finish it off with that whole situation.
You over there about to get in your ass, boy.
All right. So we got to back up Sam Howell. I don't know why we got him, but Eagles traded for him, and I don't know who the fuck they gave up to get him, but the Vikings are going to receive his 2026 fifth round pick and a 2027 seventh round pick from the Eagles. Philly also got a 2026 sixth round. So we got a sixth round. We got an in the middle pick plus a player. All right, cool. Let's go back and look at some other shit that's happening in the NFL, because obviously the NFL is on fire right now. I'm supposed to be looking at these goofy ass what's the names? And then here we go with this news. So all right, because I'm feeling like this today, I don't even know if I could do this, but I'm gonna do this shit today. We're gonna talk about this today. All right. Per ESPN and all types of other sources, whatever the fuck you want to call this stuff, we got a release of Shiloh Sanders on the motherfucking what's the name on the Bucks. Now, Viz has his reasons for why he felt though Shiloh was released. Okay, you know. Oh, you disabled screen share, so I can't even do it. All right. Shiloh Sanders release, right? It comes at a weird time for me because I feel as though if you're going to release a player because he's not that great. You know, do that, or release a player because you know that was just a roster spot that needed to be filled. You felt that somebody was better, whatever the case is, right? My personal opinion, they're not doing that shit because of the fact that he's a bad player. They're doing that shit because he's Deion Sanders' son. Deion Sanders' son, period. And the reason why I say that is because I'm looking at that fight or that little thing that happened. You sitting there and you fucking with that kid. That kid is a rookie. He don't understand shit yet, right? He don't understand nothing. He comes in there, he getting bullied up by whatever fucking tight end or receiver that was. What's his name? Buffalo Bills. Is a tight end, yes, tight end Zach Davison, who was blocking him after some heavy pushing and shoving in the second quarter. Bucks linebacker John Bullock tried to calm Sanders afterward, and Tampa coach Todd Bowles looked at Sanders as he walked back to the sideline. Todd Bowles, let's talk to you for a second, bro. You see what type of rookie that is. You see that it is also Deion Sanders' son, is all the shits, right? Todd Bowles, you're a very successful coach. You do what you got to do. You've won a championship. I think you've won as a player and as a coach at this point. Yeah. So I'm not saying that you necessarily 100% made the choice, but obviously y'all know that there's eyes on the Sanders brothers. You know that's a rookie. You understand that this person is also a passionate. Players are passionate. Sure. If you're going to kick him out the game, kick him out the game, or you're going to put him on the side, discipline him, do what you got to do. But everybody has to learn, like everybody. Tom Brady used to be on the sideline, motherfucking cuts people out, snapping on people. Did you ever cut Tom Brady? You ain't never do that shit. I don't remember you doing that. Y'all kept Antonio Brown. I think y'all let him go and then brought him back again. So you don't understand how passionate players work. You've had worse. You've had worse on your team. I'm not saying Tom Brady the worst, but you've had worse. You're also a player who, I think you were a defender. You do understand how that shit works. You knew what the hell it was. You knew that these kids are targeted because of their father, period. Nobody wants to say the thing. This is why we're in the world that we're in right now, because nobody actually wants to say the actual fucking thing. When you have a problem with somebody, or you want to show your bias or your hate or your racism or whatever it is towards somebody, you will do it. And then everybody else is expected to be quiet while it happens. Biggest problem with the world is that we hide from shit and we try to, sweep it under the rug or try to say, oh, no, it ain't this, it ain't that, right? Oh, don't speak on being black. Don't speak on doing this. Don't speak on doing that. It's point blank, period. It's a bias against Deion Sanders. The league has a hate for Deion Sanders or whatever the case is, right? And y'all know what the fuck y'all doing. Y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all released that kid because of that. Tell me what that kid did on the field that showed that he wasn't a talented player to be on that team. I'm confused. How many assignments has he missed? How many motherfuckers were scoring touchdowns on him? What was he doing that was actually that wrong? Was he costing games? Was he doing all that shit? Because I don't see that. I don't see nothing in this joint that showed Shiloh Sanders is actually trash on the football field. I don't see none of that. I don't see none of it. It's a preseason game. The goal is to make sure that you get to yourself to the season or whatever the case is. Like, once again, if you're going to cut the kid, cut him because he's trash, not because he's somebody's son. I don't see trash on here. That's the thing I'm trying to see. I don't see trash. I see a player who's coming into their own. He's an undrafted player, and y'all looked at it as what? He played one game for y'all. But matter of fact, didn't he play 2 games? Something like that? 1 or 2 games? I don't know how many preseason games he played, but kid didn't even get a chance to get on the field for real, for real. So y'all cut him after one game, and y'all know what the fuck is going on. Shiloh, I'll say this to you, bro. While you sitting here, go ahead and get that, keep getting that work in. Go ahead and try to get signed to another NFL team. We understand that the league is biased against you, and they biased against the situation of your dad. They'll say, no, it ain't got nothing to do with that. Yes, the fuck it do. Yes, it do. You didn't draft Shiloh, and you took this brother extremely late in the other round, and let's talk about that situation right now. Shedeur Sanders plays for the fucking Cleveland Browns, right? The Cleveland Browns are shushing Shedeur up. You clearly see videos of staff members or whoever the fuck that guy was staring at him with the nastiest face possible. Shedeur sitting on humble time, doing what he do, whatever the case is. But y'all sitting here treating the kid as if he ain't shit. You know what I mean? Like, he had a bad game last game, right? And instead of leaving him in there to fill it out and do what you got to do, you took him out. And it was a 2-minute drill coming up. You took him out. Took him out the game. Somebody else finished the 2-minute drill. Chances are, if he goes through that 2-minute drill and something nice come out of that situation, y'all don't have to talk about how bad he played. How do you do that? Like, how do you take somebody out of a particular situation and then go ahead and throw him on the bench and let somebody else can finish it up? Why? So y'all can sit back and keep that negative eye on him. So when y'all cutting him, y'all feel like y'all justified in cutting him. What was the point of drafting him? That's how I look at it. Why did you draft him? You shouldn't have drafted him at all. Because if you didn't have to draft him, you shouldn't have did it. And that's the corny part about y'all, about all this shit, is that y'all particularly just don't like these fucking Deion Sanders kids. Y'all don't. Y'all don't. If it wasn't proof that the NFL treated other players like shit, i.e. Colin Kaepernick, I wouldn't have nothing to fucking say. But we know what y'all did to Cap. We know what y'all did. Like, and now you trying to turn around and try to act and seem like, oh, no, it's just, man, come on, man. We're not doing that shit. We're really not. We're not. So Shedeur's supposed to sit back and do what now? Supposed to treat himself as if he's trash, like, and on top of that, y'all got him as the 4th quarterback on the depth chart. He's the 4th quarterback. Cleveland, when y'all have another trash ass year this year, I'm not trying to hear that shit, bro. You were playing against backups all preseason. We're not sitting. This ain't no promising situation. Myles Garrett got that money. All these other players got that money. I can't wait to see what the fuck y'all doing on the field, because y'all need quarterbacks, bro. Y'all need a quarterback. Y'all need somebody who know how to put the ball in somebody's hands. Y'all chose to go with Joe. Y'all got our backup, Kenny Pickett, from last year. And then you want to put Dillon Gabriel on there because he had an okay game. I know didn't Dillon throw an interception too? I remember he threw an interception. I remember that thing happening. But listen, I'm done talking about this shit for now. I done said my piece and did what I had to do. Said what I had to say. Turn it over to my guy if he's still here, because I'm gonna get ready to get up off of here. I had to take the kid back to the crib. But if they cut Shiloh Sanders, Shiloh, listen, bro, I'll say it right now. Keep working hard and go get signed by another team. That's all. That's all. You're not Colin Kaepernick's situation. Not coming at Colin, and that's fucked up, but you're not his situation. You got a chance to actually make it out here. They don't want you to make it. Okay? Let them go ahead and figure that shit out.
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, you straight?
I'm
But
back.
look, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at the headlines, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'm listening to the headlines. Shedeur Sanders struggles. That's what y'all wanted to say. That's what y'all wanted to say. That's what they wanted the whole time. Shedeur Sanders struggled.
They dissed that nigga they dissed him when he had a good game, and then when he had a bad game, it wasn't no, it's just the preseason shit for Shedeur. Now with Shiloh, I think that yeah, Shiloh barely made the team in the first place, so you gotta expect him. He gonna have to be fantastic in like him doing that shit he did, which I think he was in the right. That's just more. I mean, he was already on a short leash going in there, so Shiloh gotta understand not to do no shit like that. When you and they looking for you to do anything to get you out of here. And I personally don't think that's why they got him out of here because we gotta look how they signed him. They signed him as an undrafted free agent. They didn't
Right.
draft him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Shador, you already heard what Dickerson said that they conspired against him. So
Mm-hmm.
if Shador get cut, dog, you gonna see some Rooney rules type of shit getting back into play. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? And that's why sometimes
Mm-hmm.
it made me think it made me NBA. My thing is the players take advantage of it because us as fans are shitting us now. It's coming like, yeah, fuck the owners or go get your little bag. I want to say low man. Yeah, you want to take a beer bullshit? Okay, do that. That, I'm going. I ain't been no game. I ain't been no game in 3 years. 2023. When I was going there in 2023, I'm going there and beating up hard enough. Like, yo, I'm taking that. Out there one game back. Nigga, nobody was playing. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going back to no more. I think the NFL owners still got a lot of control over there.
Right.
That's why I'm be mad when some of these players be holding out. I'll never be mad when players be holding out. Or like how they tried to put running back years ago with Saquon. I was Saquon. I ain't. Well, no, I kind of fucked with him. And I was like, hey, listen, dog, I'm thinking Saquon. Yeah. And we got Super Bowl with niggas. Some of y'all know. But at least the owners, like it's nothing to worry about. Players control the NBA, the owners control it. I think how they screw like or and shit like that, it's a sign that I don't want to go deeper in that, but I think as well as Dion, like I didn't even do that. Yeah, then they
Right.
made the NFL more popular, biggest star in the '90s.
Right.
And the Suns are not even getting a fair shake because I think they were tough. Shiloh was okay as a cornerback. I don't really, you know what I mean? You know, we all know Travis Hunter was the book real quick. I think Shiloh, he was already on the short leash. Him doing that bullshit, not bullshit, but him doing that was just like, yeah, you definitely out of here.
Right. But that's what I'm
You
saying. The short
undrafted,
lease.
oh, you can't. You gotta be proving yourself. And Shiloh ain't really was doing nothing crazy. I'm not saying he probably was good and then they going down and something like that or whatever. Hey, but you already on the short list of undrafted. You can't be. It's just like in the rule. I got talked to Walmart.
Right.
I ain't even do my job. They just fired me because
And look, it is what it is with that one, man. It is what it is. Well, listen.
you think that he got? What you think that he got? You think he got released from this?
Doc, I think he got released for multiple reasons. Like I said, it could have been gameplay. It could have been the fact that he wasn't even supposed to be that far into it. And then I also believe because of his father. That's my personal opinion. That fight, sure, the fight happened, but how many players have gotten into that same situation? Like, come on. Then, like I said, it's a matter of fact, I don't even know if the dude was a veteran. I think the fucking dude that did this shit was a rookie as well.
I mean, he was still in that nigga. Like he was still like yeah, let the motherfuckers rumble it out. That's how I
Yeah.
look at it.
Hey, you gotta figure it
You let
out.
them
That's
rumble it
that's the
out.
goal of that's the goal of how that's the goal of how NBA should go. And be honest with you, NBA should go. Not NBA, NFL. NFL, you're gonna fight on that field. Like he's showing you poise. Like they would. You know what's the crazy part is? Somebody else they'll compliment that about. Like, oh, he got heart, he got grit. Now it's like, oh, now the shit ain't nothing. Like, come on now. I ain't trying that bullshit. Like, I'm sorry. Todd Bowles. You got to think. Todd Bowles, who's a defensive coach, you telling me that a
You know
kid
that
who
nigga was on full time, dog. When he got that position, dog, he was crying, he was heavy. So you know he ain't about to be up there. You know he out there. You know he's semi-top end. You know he's out there. When I heard the joining said, I'm like, dog, what? Like, you know he can't be out there punching like early, dog. I'm sure you grab niggas' face mask, which is worse than a motherfucking punch. Because the nigga that's punching gonna hurt himself more than the nigga that's grabbing and shaking and twisting your neck and your neck and face mask. He gonna
right,
hurt himself more. You gonna break your hand hitting on them helmets, punching on them helmets.
right, and didn't even punch him. He just slapped him.
At all.
He didn't even punch
Did
him.
not protect the player with a helmet at all. So yeah, he was nigga was not standing on court. When I heard,
But that's what I'm saying, Vince. When you watch it,
he gave you a black job.
Right. When you watch it, Viz, young boy ain't punching. He threw something. He just
Yeah,
threw a smack at him. Smacked him in his fucking helmet. Like, bitch, get off me. That's the truth. Look at the
even if you
play.
go full, even if you did a full force punch, what is it going to do receiving? It's going to fucking break fucking Shallow's hand. You
Right.
hitting the helmet.
Right.
You ain't connecting to no jaw, no chin.
Facts. And that's why I'm sitting back saying, okay, that's complete bullshit, but we'll hear about it. You know, that's what I'm saying. Everybody had their opinions on it. It's just that the fans who watch the game don't think like the rest of these motherfuckers. That's why we get the lower pole of everything. But at the end of the day, I can see why this happened. You know what I mean? I'm looking at the play again. Look at Shiloh's not even looking at this motherfucker, man. Yeah, so if he did throw a punch at him, get the fuck on me, pointing at him. Like, what y'all talking about? I'm looking at the shit he trying to get the round, get away from Bull. Bull is a receiver. Now, hear me out, Vince. Let's be real. You are a receiver. I expect a defender to do that shit to you. He's a receiver and he charging full force at this dude. You knew what you was doing. And then he taunting him doing the small mini man shit. Nothing is sitting his way. Like, come on. That's what I'm saying, Vince. Look at the game. Not you, but this is why we gotta say, like, people gotta pay attention to the game. You could clearly see this dude is going after him. You can talk about how, oh, it gets rough out there. Yeah, bitch, I know it gets rough out there. That still ain't answering why he ain't playing right now. Because all I see is what actually happened. This fucking receiver was charging at him.
Oh, I see too.
That's
Like
all I
when
seen.
the ball went
They weren't even the ball not going in his hand. First of all, where's the flag on him putting his hands on him and holding him? That ain't happened because that it clearly is a hold too.
if the ball was going his way, it would have been a hole. If the running back was going his way, it would have been a hole. It should be a hole regardless.
That's all I'm saying is what I'm seeing, what they seeing is two different things. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers got glass eyes now.
You and I both know it.
Mm-hmm.
See shit, not even that, and that complexion do something crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We know what it is. Like I said, if Kaepernick couldn't kneel, you telling me that this motherfucker go ahead and do what he did? Okay. And that's what I'm saying. We sitting here looking at these preseason games, and we really taking these things for granted, like taking these things for like, oh, this is just the shit. Look at all this stuff that's happening. Okay, this dude Gabriel, I ain't hating on the motherfucker, but when you get out there with them first strings, do what you do then. You look good against the fourth and third string. Oh, this motherfucker looking like fire. Like, okay, because oh man, Shador, he's about to get cut because this guy. Put that motherfucker in the game against the Eagles and see what happens when he got to play the Eagles, and see what happens to his ass. What for a full 15 minutes a quarter? He got to play an hour and some change against some people and running up and down the field with them because you know that the Eagles don't stay on the field offensively for a long time.
I'm actually checking this again. I mean, hopefully you don't get no bad news.
Just listen. All we gotta do is stay healthy, bro.
Prayers with anybody that my team
Mm-hmm.
have a healthy season. I don't want anybody to get hurt. They come out and get ugly like that. But, and I hope
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Hurts have a MVP season.
Right.
All this shit talking about shut things up.
Right.
And you had some go off in the second year. I know. It's still time. And it ain't so well. These fans don't talk about. I haven't really been hearing from people fans. Got it done. There's still people around the league. I seen one list. In the top 10. I've seen like Nick Spurs over this.
Right. Right. But look, Fish, I'm about to go take this young boy home. It was good. I had a lot of fun doing this shit. I'll be back here later. I think I'm gonna play a game. I don't know what game I'm gonna run. I don't know if it's gonna be Marvel Rivals or I think I gotta do a little.
We can do this again. Sure,
Yes,
I
sir.
forgot how I'm gonna do this.
I got you.
All right, y'all. Appreciate everybody that put them in the chat. I appreciate the follow by CEO. I'll let you find this on, dog.
All right, man. I got you. All right, y'all.
Take care.
Peace.